Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and the sun is going in and out, so I've put a little bit of light this side but it's casting shadows, so I apologise for that, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so I mentioned in my last video that I'm going to Paris very soon and that I bought a traveller's notebook to take with me, and I showed that, and I also showed this little insert for the passport version. So what I thought I'd show you as well is the passport one, because I bought that as well. So you can see it's in red, and shall we have a little look at it together? So as I said in my last video, this is the first time that Traveller's Company have done a leather cover actually in red, and it is a special edition. I don't think this is going to be available all the time. I think it is one of those one-offs. So that's why I got the passport one as well. I know, indulgent, but hey ho. And again, it's got that lovely, I might be able to see it a bit better with this light actually, the way that that's sort of glossy. I don't know what the technical term is for that, but beautiful. Okay, so just like the regular size, passport size comes in this cardboard cover with an elastic band which serves as a replacement if you lose it or if yours becomes perished. So it comes in the cloth bag just the same to protect it, and an extra band as well, and then how to care for your leather, just the same. And like I said, I have got quite a few Traveller's notebooks in various colours and styles and editions, and I do like their limited editions. I never got the Prada one though. So on the front of this dust cover it says, "Every Traveller's notebook is filled with love." That is perfect. That is perfect. It's got a bit of fluff on there off the bag, I think. Again, it's this beautiful red leather. It says "Love and Trip" embossed here in that corner. Traveller's Notebook, Traveller's Company, Japan, made in Thailand. And take the band off. That's the cover out. So you can see it has this sort of almost patina already in the crease, and over time these do become patinaed, and it's all part of the charm of them. Look at that red colour. I've put red underneath. Maybe I should do that. There we go. Then you can see it properly. And then it's this same insert, so I did get two because I thought they were so pretty with a little cat. Again, it says "Every Traveller's notebook is filled with love." And I'm going to actually take this out and put it in so that it's not on the staples. And you can fit 3 inserts into a Traveller's notebook quite easily. That's the bookmark. So let's see. Again, we've got a couple of these sort of postcardy things, but this is a little different to the regular. Nice. It's like somebody's open book there where they've been doodling, and then space here to write in, and look, it's got as if it is an open book. How cool is that? This is again cream paper, just like it was in the larger one, and this looks almost like a passport, doesn't it, this page? It looks like my passport anyway. And then we have these little tags here. "Add flowers to your Traveller's notebook. Pack the love and notebook in your bag. Hello, I am a traveller with love." The aeroplane. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to set this up. I think I'm actually going to put my passport in here. You can get inserts with clear folders, so you could put the passport in. So I'm going to have a think about how I'm going to use this version. But yeah, I think this one's definitely coming to Paris. Definitely coming to Paris. Okay. So That being said, I intend to go to a few museums while I'm there because I just love art. I absolutely love art. And so I'm going to take the opportunity to go and see some originals, maybe even the lady herself, the Mona Lisa, you never know. So talking of art, I thought this would be a good opportunity, or a good segue if you like, to talk about Venus Morningstar Tarot. Now I bought this from Oneness Emporium. I can't tell you when because I can't remember, and I actually haven't opened it yet. I know, I'll get round to these things eventually. Cheryl kindly puts this envelope in, and it's got, you got this, and it's got this eye. It says eye there. Well, it's difficult to see that it says eye, but it does. I think they're called witches cards or something. It's got this little sort of Oneness Emporium logo here. And it says, in the cosmic realm of Planet X, under the auspices of your celestial sign, where all elements converge, a resounding affirmation echoes, yes. The ancient sigil of destiny, woven with threads of pure enchantment and the essence of all existence, beckons you. Your inner eye, ablaze with newfound clarity, unveils truths untold. Embrace this gift with reverence, for it shall guide your steps. Now is the hour to stand resolute, to forge the choices that shall set you upon the path ordained by the stars. Your luminance shall draw both challenges and kindred spirits to your side. Remain vigilant, cloaked in your shield of protection. In all your deeds, let honour and virtue be your guiding stars, steering you towards the realisation of your aspirations, desires and ambitions. Embrace your innate magic, for within it lies the key to unlocking the tapestry of your destiny. Isn't that wonderful? And given the card draw that I did when I was trying to decide between option A and option B using the tarot and the oracle of oneness, it all ties in, because I will tell you why. The decision I was trying to make was whether or not to actually go to Paris, because my travel plans were totally disrupted, which I won't go into why, but they were totally disrupted. And so it sort of meant that I had to start from scratch again, and I didn't know whether to just cancel the whole thing or still go. And in doing that card draw and journaling, I must admit I did quite a bit of journaling about it, just to see how I'm really feeling about this upcoming trip, whether to go or whether not to. I decided that yes, this was what I'm going to do. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to go. And so go I shall. And the decks that I chose to take with me, let's move this out of the way now. As I mentioned in the previous video for these two, so the Tarot of Mystical Moments and the Botanical Dreams Oracle, because they really give me that French vibe, that classical French, beautiful type of artwork that I'm sort of feeling. So those are the decks that definitely are going to go with me. Now, talking about art, I already have the Tarot of Aphrodite, which is very art-based. Venus, of course. And I have done a walkthrough of this deck on my channel, so you're welcome to go and look at that. And then there was a Kickstarter for Venus Morningstar Tarot, which I did not back. I decided not to back it, expense and all that, usual reasons. Sorry about this glare, I don't know if I can do anything about it. Then, a little while later, Cheryl had it in their shop, and so I thought, you know, now I'm going to buy this. And it works out better for me to buy it from Cheryl, from a shop here in the UK, rather than to have gone through Kickstarter. So this is from Aphrodite Studios 333, which I do believe this one is as well. Of course there's going to be nudity. This is classical art. It says, let the warm light of Venus be your guide. The Venus Morningstar Tarot is a beautifully curated fine art deck that consists of 78 meticulously designed cards. This deck shines a spotlight on the dynamic and mystical aspects of Venus as a morning star and light bringer. It features stunning depictions of various deities associated with the light bringer, Venus and the Sun, creating a harmonious blend of mythological and celestial themes, perfect for those seeking both the aesthetic pleasure and profound insight. This tarot deck is a must-have for any enthusiast or collector. Well, I think that's me. A little damaged here. It's a fold-over box. A bit tight, but there we go. You know, I think this is the same creators because, look, it's got the same sort of box. I reckon it is. I mean, in this one it says, Aphrodite, goddess of love divine, with you our hearts and souls entwine. May your blessings be upon us all as we answer to love's eternal call. She beckons souls to rise and soar, to seek the light, to crave for more. Venus, the morning star, so bright, a symbol of hope and endless light. And I do think this is the same creators. Here we have the guidebook, which isn't very big at all. Not an awful lot. It's just an affirmation. It's telling us who the artist is of the original painting and the date, and then just some keywords. So you don't get a lot in there. If you wanted to learn about tarot, this isn't the guidebook to do that, really. This is the bottom of the inside of the box, which actually looks as if some of this gilding has rubbed off. I don't know if you can see that. This light isn't great, but yeah, it looks like it's rubbed up onto the inside of the box and on that side, top and bottom. So maybe it's just a snug fit. I've got the same image on all three here. That must be the title card, possibly. Let's find out. Yeah, it's a copyright card. Protect the cards. Oh, here she is, the Dawn. So let's have a look at the guidebook itself and see what we get. Again, the copyright. How to work with the guidebook. On the morning star, renaming the cards and then the meanings. Yeah, for each card you'll find the author and name of the painting, as well as an affirmation and keywords. You might wonder why there are no written meanings. The honest answer is that I have already poured all my tarot knowledge and insights into the tarot of Aphrodite. Ahaha, it is the same. There we go. Confirmation. Rather than repeating myself and rewriting an existing guidebook, I decided to keep it simple for this deck. The Venus Morningstar Tarot is designed to be experienced rather than fully explained, owing to its esoteric image choices. I believe affirmations and keywords provide sufficient guidance for this deck. It's all about the bringer of the dawn. Now then, while the Romans called her Lucifer, meaning light bringer, Venus as the morning star represents new beginnings, hope and the promise of a new day. So the renaming, so the Fool is the dawn, High Priestess is the priestess, the Hierophant is the ancient, the Wheel of Fortune is fate, the Hanged Man is stillness, and the Tower is fallen. So they have been renamed. Look at the back. There's nothing. Okay, just blank pages. And this is the back image. Okay, so presumably the meanings given in this book will also apply to this deck, one would think. So let's just look at them together, just out of interest. So we've got like a blush pink gilding on the Tarot of Aphrodite and this gold colour on Venus Morningstar. This one is very pink. This one just has white borders. The typeface is different as well. This one's lovely, it's beautiful. It almost looks like it's been embossed. or debossed. I don't know the difference between embossed and debossed, but there we go. I would think none of the images from this deck are repeated in this one. I would hope not. So let's see what we get here. So the dawn and the birth. And really it is the birth of the day, isn't it? The dawn. I didn't intend to do a side by side, but why not? Magician is still the magician. So for the High Priestess, you have the Seer here and the Priestess here, and also Roman numerals on Venus Morningstar and not on the Tarot of Aphrodite. I love that image. And then we get to the point where I've shuffled the deck. Oh dear. Shall I pause? I think I'll pause and I'm going to reorder it back. Okay, I'm back. They're back in order. And the Empress is Aphrodite themselves. Look at this Empress though. Beautiful. So yeah, they've got a different feel, haven't they, these two decks? Oops. This one is all very soft and feminine. This one seems to have a bit more bite to it. Okay, so the Emperor in the Tarot of Aphrodite is Aries, the god of war, who was Aphrodite's lover. And here we have the Emperor. Okay, so for the Hierophant we have the Ancient and we have a William Blake. I love that image, William Blake. I do have the William Blake Tarot. Both editions. So this is the Lovers. Completely different, isn't it? I love this Psyche image, but it is the same myth looking at this. The Chariot. We have swans here and Aphrodite in the shell, but here we actually have the horses. Strength. Really famous artwork. Hermit. Oh, this is so nice holding the lamp. In fact, I prefer this image for the Hermit rather than the windswept one. So for the Wheel of Fortune, we've got Fate as well. These are the fates that measure our life out. Spinning that thread. A different take there. Justice. Almost got a 6 of coins vibe that has. Stillness. So for both of the Hanged Men in both decks we have stillness. So stayed with that theme. Death. Temperance. Poor Lilith. Gets a bad rap, doesn't she? So instead of the Tower we have Fallen. Indeed they are falling. Star. Both are. Both decks are absolutely gorgeous. Sun. This is why we can't look at the sun. I am concentrating more on the Venus Morningstar Tarot because I actually have done a walkthrough of the Tarot of Aphrodite, so I'm not really concentrating on that. I'm just comparing for myself the choices that the artist and creator have made. I like this Judgment card. So you can see they are parts of paintings that have been zoomed in on or zoned in on, however you want to say it, to get part of the image to use as a representation of each tarot card. Okay, that was the majors. Let's have a little look at the minors. So the creator's done the same thing. The suit emblem at the top and the actual name of the card at the bottom. So we have the Ace of Wands. Cardstock seems to be the same between both decks. The moon glow in this one. My neighbour, actually I'll put a photograph up, but I took a photograph of my neighbour's garden, part of the garden and the garden gate. And the wisteria is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Reminded me of that. I do like wisteria. A lot going on in this Five of Wands. This is Orpheus, maybe? Wow, I like that. Very powerful image for that Seven of Wands. This is so static compared to this one. I mean, I know they're still both standing there, but this is a lot more powerful, isn't it? Well, I think so. This is Atlas, weight of the world on his shoulders. Atlas and the Hesperides, 1925, John Singer Sargent. So we have the Page of Wands with the Princess of Wands. So this is more of a Thoth title, isn't it? Whereas that's Rider-Waite Smith. Priestess here for the Knight. Lady Godiva. Queen of Wands. We have a Rossetti. And then the King. Oh, that was very powerful, this King. Very active. Much more so than this. There's a significant difference between the two decks, I think. Is that Ace of Cups? Two, very similar. Yeah, taken the same sort of theme, art in artwork, but different styles. Yep, same as well. Interesting, isn't it? That's really nice. And again, look at this, very, very similar. That's pretty. More soft as this one. 7. Siren. So we've got the sirens in this one here, in the Ten of Cups. Princess looks a lot younger than the page here. Very similar. This, I absolutely adore this image. Absolutely adore it. Holding the fish there. It's my fish, my pet fish. I love my pet fish. Well, that king is very Poseidon. In fact, they're both Poseidon, but this is very I don't know. Much more forceful looking Poseidon. Love this. This is gorgeous. Love it. Oh, Echo. Such a sad story, Echo. There's Venus Morningstar, or Dawn. Okay, so we've got two different themes here for the Five of Swords. These are the Furies, punishing him for killing his own mother. And this one's taken a bite of this one's neck. These are a lot of Greek myths that are in these cards, obviously because it's Aphrodite. They're pulling on a lot of the Greek myths. And I love Greek mythology. I spent a few months actually just devouring everything I could find on Greek mythology, reading books, just doing loads of research. Loved it. Yep, same story, just different artwork. Yes, the creator has drawn on same stories for quite a few of the cards here, although different artwork to depict those stories. He flew too close to the sun. Right, cool cards. So this is Joan of Arc by Millais. Millais was part of the pre-Raphaelite group. Look at this. Oh. I'm liking the artwork in this deck very, very much. I love this classical style. I think the border as well is detracting from this one a little bit. We get more image in this one because the border is a lot smaller. It's not like a double border. This is almost as if it's a painting in a frame. So, see, similar themes but different artwork is what I'm seeing. Lovely. I'm really liking this deck. If I had to choose between the two, I'd go for this one. If I could only buy one, this would be the deck that I'd plump for, most definitely. But obviously the guidebook would be better in the Tarot of Aphrodite. Pandora, I think. That's Pandora. That's definitely Pandora. I don't know who this is, but that is definitely Pandora. Have a look. So the 4 and the 5 of coins. So the 4, it just says art, wealth, pleasure and philosophy. That was this one. Pierre-Paul Proudhon, art, wealth, pleasure and philosophy. I release my attachment to material possessions and open myself to the abundance of the universe. So keywords of possessions, materialism, hoarding, attachment, conservatism, financial control and greed. And then the 5 is Pandora, 1908 by Thomas Benjamin Kennington. I release my attachment to material possessions and open myself to the abundance of the... It's the same thing. Wow. So the affirmations for both the 4 and the 5 are exactly the same. Is that a printing error? The keywords are different. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if that's just a misprint. I think that's a misprint because the others look as if they're different. The 4 of Queens in this one. It just says threading beads. So there we go. Different. I'm open to learning though. 6 of coins, I love this. Beautiful. Oh. Seen this one in another deck, but I can't think which deck. Definitely seen that in another deck somewhere. And I've seen this in person at the Falmouth Art Museum when there was an exhibition of pre-Raphaelite art, and that was there. I'll actually link it below because I filmed the video. They're not great videos. I'm not that good at videoing, but hopefully that will change with experience. But here we have Persephone. Queen. Wow, Satyr. I don't know how to say Satyr. S-A-T-Y-R. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Bacchus, isn't it? God of wine. Or a satire. Satyr. You know. Something like that. Shall I look in the book? It says Diana returning from the hunt, which is Artemis. Okay. I did not know that. Right, those are the 2 decks. And like I say, a bit indulgent of me really, because I've already done a complete walkthrough of the Tarot of Aphrodite. But I just wanted to see them side by side, so thank you for indulging me, and until my next video, bye friends, bye.